No, my Vegas. Matter of fact, tell Shay she can eat too. Gotta- Help out there. Oh, yeah, we ain't even. I'm still trying to get this. We ain't doing no intro. We just keeping it fresh. Get my Vegas style hat. I gotta make y'all. Take your time. Ain't got nobody here yet, no way. That don't even look right, man. Bert, what's up, man? Get a mic check, man. We
Check, mic check,
that again. Let me see.
mic check, mic check, mic.
Look, we didn't even really set up today, man. I ain't gonna lie. We didn't set up today. This is I gotta get my water. Hold on. What's been up with you, man? What's been up with you, Bird, man? We ain't seen you in the last couple. What you been up to? What you been up to, man? Hey, Bird, pull that. Hold on. Pull that mic.
Baby, before you ain't want me that close.
I want you that close. I want you right up on it so we can hear. Right up
Well, I kind
on
of
it.
I've been up under the weather, but I'm back on the block.
You been up under the weather, man.
Yeah,
So
I've been feeling good. I went yesterday and I did X-rays that put me in line. They took blood work. Go back in 2 weeks for the results. Age, you got thinking about your body, not for you.
that's huge, man. That's huge.
So,
I think we talked about that, a few weeks ago. And by the fact, this is episode 14. Oh man, I mean, we talked about that health, man.
very important.
It's very important. Get checked out, especially when you get up there in age, man. Don't be shy.
Can't be,
Don't be shy.
can't be.
You say you go back and
2 more weeks for the results,
uh,
and they're gonna let me know what's going down on the playground.
down on the playground. Yeah, man. Well, prayers up, man. Hopefully the doctor
Oh
give you a
man,
clean bill of health.
that's
A clean
prayer.
bill,
Yeah,
man.
that prayer is so vital.
You gotta watch it. Bird, are you watching more what you eat now that you're kind of more health conscious?
I never really know a bunch of eating per se as a whole, but the main thing I would say to the listening audience and limit yourself foods with this alcohol.
Man,
Limit yourself. So I mean, just use me as an example to the bulk of people that know a bird. I mean, but we still brush it aside because at one time, when my little chest and shoulders and little arms was a lot more bigger. I'm still at 200, but I used to be around 220. But I'm just saying I feel good about it because I ain't clothes or nothing like that. But they ain't saying that I'm healthy.
right.
So therefore, you got insurance. It don't make no sense not to use it. So
Right.
they could detect anything before it's too late.
Today's technology, right? I mean,
With today's technology.
today's technology, I mean, they can catch shit and maybe save your life. And I want to touch on something that you spoke with that alcohol, man. That's why I gotta cut that shit back because that shit just it don't hit the same. You know what I'm saying? I mean, just after drinks, my body be feeling like my body be talking to me, man. And I'm like, I talked about this last week, I think, week before. And this shit ain't when your body start to talk to you and it start feeling a certain way. You know what?
And the great
Gotta
part
listen.
about it, where I go to, is all black primary who I go to. And the lady, she said some real stuff, the same thing my wife said. The alcohol in the body be fighting against each other. That's why she said when you see that shaking or whatever the case may be, because the body is asking for some fuel. And
Mm.
this woman said that was she aware of me going there, but not from this particular scenario. And she said that out loud. She said, yeah, that's all it is, your body. Your body, you say requiring. You saying the body requiring like a drug fiend. They want the alcohol.
Right.
So therefore, like I said, I get the final results in 2 weeks, but this just to listen to audience to know. I mean, especially if the Lord bless you that you're able enough to go to the doctor, whatever the case may be. Let them go and give you the good news or the bad news. At least you say you prep before it's way too late. Use it. That's what you go to work for and went to work for. Use that insurance.
Use it, abuse it if you can.
Yes.
Shit, use it. Yeah, I mean, most definitely use it. I mean, you got Thanksgiving coming up, so usually people, they make excuses. Well, I'm gonna eat bad today, and I get back on my shit after Thanksgiving. I mean, you can really eat healthy on Thanksgiving. I mean, you can kill a, you can kill those traditions. Last week we talked about Thanksgiving meals and what everybody was cooking and whatnot. Ah, man, but we just got to be smarter, man. We got to be smarter. Bert, I want to thank you for showing up today, man. I appreciate you, man, coming blessing the couch,
Oh man,
blessing the
praise
scene. We waiting on
God.
Shay. Shay, had, she went over there to Harold's Chicken, and sometimes Harold's Chicken right here on Simmons, man. Sometimes good food, the food is good, but sometimes they take forever. It's like, damn.
But give them some credit too, Gage. I mean,
Yeah, I
they
mean,
cooking
I
fresh
said it.
food
I
though.
said it was good.
It ain't like it was already cooked. They giving fresh food, so
Yeah, it is fresh food,
we
So
can't
yeah,
nail them to
yeah,
the cross. We can't nail
yeah.
them to
No,
the
I'm
cross.
no, I'm definitely not gonna nail him to the cross. I'm not gonna do that. I'm definitely not gonna do that. I'm just saying this is like if you tell somebody 45 minutes, it's like, come on now, gotta speed it up, speed that shit up, something. I'm like, man. So, but it is what it is. I'm definitely not going. I'll definitely support the business. And a lot of times when I go over there, I'm kind of already knowing it's gonna be a long wait. You got Roberto's right next door. You know, and so I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna go on and support the brothers over here. This Harold's Chicken.
Facts,
I'll be
facts.
patient. I know it may take 45 minutes. I might go in that little Jackpot Joni, whatever that place is
You
right
said it
next to it.
right.
Jackpot Johnnies go over there, throw a few dollars in the machine, blow off some time, and see what it do. So it is what it is.
Yeah, support
Yeah,
Harold's
support
Chicken.
Harold's Chicken right there on Simmons,
Yeah,
Centennial
they
Parkway, North Las Vegas. Good
they,
food.
they originated out of
It's good food,
Chicago, so right
right?
naturally they ain't gonna be like the original, but
Right.
they still got good food.
Good
So
food. Most definitely. Chicago. Yeah, man. You know what? Let me see something. Last week, see something, man. Because I know last week, tighten it up. I don't know for some reason. Last week when I was live on this one, even on my but what's been going on in Vegas, man? Well, you got that F1 coming up this week, man. You got a lot of people that's gonna be in town, a lot of traffic headaches to be expected. You plan on being down there?
again, to go to the bank or dig in my pocket trying to go down to that F1. Would love to, but I'm gonna watch it on TV. I do like it.
Right. Man, today I've been man, I had a busy day today, man. I'm trying to finish shirts. I'm trying to prepare for this trip, and I'm trying to do pools. It's
Amen.
like
Amen.
it's like sometimes I be trying to. I wanted to cancel this show today so bad, but I be trying to keep this momentum, trying to keep this consistency. With doing this podcast. I mean, because that's what it's gonna take. Try to get that traction. It's gonna take consistency, and once and you can kind of apply that to other aspects in your life, right? Because you miss 1 week turn it to 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, it becomes a habit. You know what I mean? So I really don't care if we get up here and talk for 30, 15, 35 minutes. I don't care. I still want to be consistent with it. And so I almost canceled it, but I'm like, nope. We gonna make it happen. We gonna make it happen. Didn't do my homework this week on the topics. We gonna wait for Shay to jump in here before we jump into the two topics that we had today. And today, man, we want to talk about these kids, and I want to we want to talk about respect, Bird, when it comes to your friends. You gonna know exactly where I'm going when I jump into this. We ain't gotta say no names, but you will know kind of what I'm talking about when it comes to family and friends popping up over at your house. Because I saw a video. I'm not gonna play the video. Like I said, I didn't have time to set it up. I didn't have time to set up the videos. But as far as friends and family that's popping up when you ain't at home, your girl there, shit like that. Like, what is crossing the line? You know what I mean?
They're moving because.
Hold on.
Oh,
no, go ahead.
Respect goes.
Shay, stop right there. Shay, stop right there. No, keep coming. I want to be able to show that shirt. Keep coming. That Vegas style is blinging. It's blinging, and she got her drink as usual. As usual. Me and Bird, we just been in here on the small talk, nothing major. Been talking to Bird about he get his doctor results back in a couple weeks. He went and got that blood work done, which we all need to do.
Pray comes back.
Facts.
Great.
Exactly. We definitely praying for that. But yeah, man, just we gonna try to give him a hot hour today because I still got to finish those shirts. My lady, she's coming to pick them up at 8, so I gotta have them done. I mean, I messed up like 10 shirts last night.
Why?
Well, I had them done right, and I'm like, all right, something ain't right with these shirts. I'm like, something ain't right. And once I noticed it, I'm like,
What was wrong? What was it?
It's kind of hard. Well, it's not hard to explain. The logo on the front, it was supposed to have a white background in it, and it didn't have that white background. And I'm like, something's not. So, Bird, remember out there, you was like, what's up with these shirts right here? I'm like, nah, all them shirts ain't no good.
Right.
All them shirts is.
This
Going,
one's on point right here, y'all.
oh yeah, that's that rhinestone.
Yes.
That's that rhinestone. Let me get you a close up. Hold on.
This is a
That rhinestone
yes.
Vegas
See
style.
that?
You go to vegasstyle.com.
It's a classic.
Vegasstyle.vegas.
And
Yes.
now,
Bling bling.
So wait, I came in on y'all talking about
Well,
friends popping up at
you,
your house.
y'all wanna start with that one? Respect, boundaries. Well,
I want to hear what Bird was about to say
well,
about that.
Bird, do you remember what you was about to say when it comes to boundaries and respect? As far as and this is gonna go over here. This is gonna go left, right, left. I mean, we can apply this topic into many different areas in our life. But go ahead, Bird.
but it's a twofold story because, like I said, if it's family, well, gee, you can always go knock on my door. It all depends. It's a line that's drawn in the sand. It don't apply to everybody. Everybody ain't got the best of interest. You got to be able to realize that. Watch the game. Play the game. You see individuals. Everybody ain't the same like you might see with me or Reg or different ones we could name. I mean, we can go on and on. But yeah, I can come knock on the door and the one say, no, bro, G ain't here. Okay, well, I'm gone, period. But like I say, everybody don't. So everybody don't get that luxury of coming like that, especially when they see. But for that coming unannounced, that have to be dressed off the dribble. Man, come on, man, don't be coming by here, especially when they got bad intentions. Won't apply to everybody.
Right?
But
So-
how do you know they have bad intentions? That's the thing you don't know.
Well, that's a great comeback. But Shay, like I said, everybody you don't deal with. I don't want to say the word I want to say, but everybody you don't fuck with. So you already is aware of that.
Right.
See, that's what I'm saying. They automatically, I mean, you know I don't deal with you like that. You don't popping up to my house.
But
And then-
Bird, I'm gonna say this. I know you deal with me, right? You fuck
But you
with
can't.
me.
But I can't use you. You
Yeah,
can't
you
be an
can't.
example.
Well,
but you can't be an example.
Well,
we know this.
I'm gonna tell you how I can be
I
well,
was
not
gonna
an
say-
example. I know not to do no shit like that. You know what
Facts.
I mean? You know what I mean? So it's like, no, I'm not about to. If first of all, I'm not gonna not contact you and just pop up over your crib.
But gee, but we can't get to the meat and potatoes because you using you. You talking about somebody do deal with know the makeup. Yeah, you can ring the doorbell, pull up. Hey, it was Bird and Hill. Oh no, Bird and Hill. That's something different. That's what I say. We got to come from a different perspective. Individuals that you hide by and things of that nature. Even if it is family, even if it is so-called friends. You got your small little circle that you really intertwine with, more so than that you meet them at Fiesta, meet them at Aliante, meet them at Cattery. That's a whole different ball game.
But
Yeah,
we-
you're aware of them, even if it is family. They don't come around like that. Now, if you created a relationship with family or so-called friends, yeah, I probably would give them the benefit of the doubt.
Hey, go ahead. You gonna say something?
I was gonna say, but that's the thing. I think when it comes to our friends, that we think we're like tight, we're cool, even family members, brothers, daddies, uncles. Like, can we really, like, you think you could trust? I'm just saying you should be able to trust them, but it doesn't mean, like, how do you're okay with that? If it's family, feel like you could trust your family? Not the
Well,
ones you know or that
well-
are known to be shady, but the ones that you would never suspect.
And Bert, let me say this before you go. And see that's what happens, right? Because we let our guard down with certain people. We like, oh no, he'll never go that route. He will never pull nothing like that. And then they end up pulling it. And you be like, and it catches you off guard. It's like, well, damn, I didn't see that coming. See, that's kind of what I'm talking about, Bird. You wouldn't suspect that coming from me because, like you say, your guard is probably down. Like you can't put yourself in there. But that's kind of how I wanna approach it. I want to approach it from when we let our guard down, and then it's like stabbing in the back or a betrayal. You know what I mean?
I concur. But I was saying that I always use this saying. I tell my wife and I tell a lot of people, just because you family don't mean nothing. I wish people would recognize that. Just because you family. Same spirit that you may have for them, they don't have for you. Same thing Shay may go out and do for her sister or brother, them, they don't do it in return to your kids. Same thing Shay do, her niece and nephew, that they don't do. So that's the point. So a little bitty tidbits like that that let you know that just shows you the makeup of an individual, girl or guy. I mean, come on now. I mean, it don't take rocket scientists. And now once you go to getting of age, I know G or me or you, Shay, we ain't hanging around no 20-year-old, 25-year-old. We expect them. But when you talking about folks that's of age showing up unannounced and different things like that, they're family, no family. What you showing up like that for what? Ain't no function going on.
Ask you this. What would you do? Came home, wife's in the kitchen, you know, walk in.
She dressed skimpy. Don't leave that part out.
Okay, some little shorts on, you know, little top midriff, and they're cooking some catfish or whatever. And you walk in, and your so-called homeboy, brother, whoever is sitting at the table just eat. You had no idea he was gonna be there.
Cold beer,
Drink just
shot of Hennessy.
Just comfortable. Just comfortable. Like, how do you address that?
Oh no! But first and foremost, you got to know what the woman you dealing with, and the woman got to know what the man she dealing with. And that's a twofold story.
And what if she thought, well, I thought G called you. I thought you knew G was gonna be here.
Yeah, but we can't. See, we still instead of going backwards. You can't use G.
Okay, or anybody.
No, can't be anybody gonna be in my house because I'm going ape shit.
Okay, so you gonna walk in tripping.
See, that's
like,
what
what the hell
so
this
so
is
you
it?
gonna be tripping.
You gonna walk in
Yeah,
tripping.
especially
Like,
when but that's some gauge that me and you created over the years. Remember, we was just talking about that when you were doing your shirts. Them days gone by. That don't apply to everybody.
so you feel like it should be just common sense. Don't have respect for your partner, your homeboy, brother, daddy. You don't just show up. If I'm not home,
Yeah, my
come back another
daddy
day.
and my older brother, yeah, they could be there, but everybody in the family the same. Yeah, my dad could be there. My uncles now could be there if I ain't there. Yeah, because the way they portray themselves, they are not, that ain't them. But like I said, this twofold story due to the fact that everybody ain't your friends. And just because you family don't mean that you tight. So you don't get the authorization to be able to be at my house and I ain't there.
Fault
It'll be her fault.
for letting them in.
It'll be her fault letting them in because first and foremost, an individual know the makeup of an individual. See, certain things that I might can say to you, Ray can't say to you. But you know the makeup. You got to be able to know your individual, your circle. Just, you've been in this town and you see the same folks all the time, but don't mean that you know them. Girl or guy.
Yeah, I wouldn't think nothing of it. My dude's brother just showed up. Come on in. I'm cooking. I'm already cooking. So I wouldn't think twice about it. I wouldn't think about it being wrong.
If, Shay, what you saying, we still taking away the nothing to share. If you know the individual, been around him long enough or her long enough, that you could detect. And if you ain't detect, well, that mean that you ain't watching the game.
But that's the thing,
life.
though. Sometimes you don't detect it. You don't sense anything. Just, caught off guard. Like, what? Did what?
Reg, what's up, bro? How you doing? Reg just said, "What's up?"
Man, what's happening, man?
Hey, Reg.
Reg, they mad at you, man.
Reg, you sick again?
You misled me. I told you I would be here. Now you ain't here.
Reg, are you sick?
Reg is on Deuces Wild as we
Is
speak.
that what he? I'm gonna have to
Reg
go
is
collect.
on Deuces Wild.
He have to start sharing.
So,
Gonna call
look,
in.
Right, Reg call in. This is Reg's second call in.
Okay, well, me and
how
you
many,
even.
How many points he get?
Reg, that's 2 points, man. This
7 points.
this this Vegas Live podcast is on a 7-point system, man. Hey, I kind of want to switch it up with y'all, right? So let's just change the scenario. Now, if you at a concert, did you ask Clarence this question, Shay? Did you said you was gonna run it by him?
Wait, which one was it?
About the concert. Now, if you at a concert with your girl and a usher, he come up and try to grab your girl, drag her
Oh
on
no, I
stage.
forgot to
Bird,
ask.
what would you do? You and Eva at a concert, usher, try to grab Eva and drag her up on stage and start to serenade her and sit her down in a chair, grinding like
That shit don't grind.
What the fuck? I'm going up there trying to get at Ursula's ass. Every day I'm get her ass.
Or what if he just come up just singing? Oh, just singing his,
And then he rolling like he probably gonna do.
I went to Usher. I don't know if you were rolling.
Man, they all
But he
do
was
that.
singing.
They all
so
do
no, so
that.
that's not appropriate.
It's not.
Oh, no. What you going up there for?
Right. So
Because
your
it's
girl,
Usher.
so
It's
your girl,
Usher.
so your, but to me, I believe your girl should know. Look, I'm not gonna disrespect my man
That part.
and go up here, like, and vice versa.
But she didn't
If-
know he was gonna grind. It's like
I
it's
know,
Usher
but no,
singing.
don't even put yourself in that position.
Right.
You don't even put yourself in that position.
It was Stevie. Stevie pull up on stage.
Who?
Is that okay?
Who the hell is Stevie?
Stevie.
Okay.
Nah, no,
Well,
what's the
that-
difference?
what's the difference?
Why? Because he can't see.
I'm asking
Shit,
you,
he
is
can
there a
see.
difference?
you can see.
I'm asking you, is that a difference? You be okay with Stevie
I would
pulling
care
her on
if
stage?
I would care if it's Stevie, Weeby, BB, whoever.
It can't happen.
No, go and perform where we listening to you, taking pictures or whatever they like to do. I don't, because I don't put them folks on pedestals like a lot of folks do. It's just their profession.
Regular folks, they
What
just
that-
make
what-
way more money than we do, and
That's all it
everybody
is.
knows.
So, but that's just
and-
me.
I hear you.
I just don't put them on a pedestal.
I mean, I think the woman in that instance should know. Like, look, I'm not about to disrespect my man. Just like if we had a club, right, and then your dude just go dance with a chick on the dance floor.
But that's totally different.
Well,
How?
it's the same
No,
thing.
it's
Explain.
not. Let me
How's
tell
that
you
different?
why.
How's that different?
Because you're talking about an artist that is just putting on a performance.
There's plenty of girls in the
It's-
audience, Shay. Why you gonna grab my girl? You see I'm with my girl. But go ahead.
Because he might think out of all the females out there, your woman is the most attractive.
Oh, come on.
Nah, Shay, come
You got to
Or-
be shay. You got to be sharper than that.
I'm just saying, it's all about performance. And dude is married, or that's what they do.
Man, come on now. Y'all
That's
got
what they do.
They
It's
got
not
some-
like he's gonna whisper in her ear, like, "Hey, meet me backstage."
You don't know what he doing when he's singing.
Well, you gotta trust yourself.
Well, trust her, but you ain't got to be going up there. Who is he? And me. Okay, because
you
he on
ain't
TV.
say-
Okay.
But okay, but he put her on the spot by coming down, grabbing. It's just like if y'all at a concert, right? Front row center. I don't know. Beyonce comes and just grabs you, just starts singing and grabs you and pulls you on stage. You're gonna be like, oh, nah, I can't. I'm here with my wife. You're gonna go with the flow. It's a show. I'm gonna go up there. But
No, see, that's what I'm saying. We pull another rope. See, my intuition. So me and you never be in agreement, or whoever never be in agreement because I know they're performing. She ain't doing me no good. I'm married to a woman and she married to somebody.
Right. So it's
So-
a performance. It's not
Yeah.
about really trying to get with you. It's
I
just
don't-
putting on a show.
I ain't infatuated with them like that. Watch their show, listen, dance.
TP, what's good, bro? Go ahead. I just slide that in there.
I mean, I think it's just all performance.
I concur.
About a
That's all it
respect
is.
thing. Shay. What, Shay? Didn't you tell me a story? When you
I'll
was
tell
talking
you a
about some
lot of
Clarence
stories.
about the drink, about the you what did you say Clarence told
Okay,
you?
so let me ask you this, Bird. Red. Called out sick again. You're at a bar, right? Y'all sitting there, playing the machine. Dude sit next to wifey. It just comments on the food when the food comes, like, oh, that looks good. She goes, oh, would you like a fry? That cool?
Yeah.
Really?
If he was hungry, if he actually, man, I'm hungry.
He just said it looks good. You're like,
Yeah,
it's a
look
fry.
good. Yeah, no, don't get shit.
But you're with your dude, so it's not like
Don't get
Really?
if he hungry. Hey, let me tell you, that food look good. You think you better get okay? That's something different. I'm just automatically tried. No, if he hungry, then
Okay.
again, somebody like me, say, man, order something to eat.
See, I wouldn't think nothing of it.
See, that's what
Maybe
you say.
that's just my blinders on. I didn't see nothing wrong with it. Like, oh, you want to fry?
Yeah, and I think that's where the communication part comes in. Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know that was disrespectful. I didn't know that made you
Right.
feel. Man, I'm telling you, some men are very. What's the word I'm looking for? They're very insecure. That's what I
Yeah.
say. They don't want your woman. Nah, don't do this. Don't do that. Don't do that.
But then it's like, okay, it's not secure. It's the whole thing about it being common sense and not disrespecting the person. But
Hey,
I mean, even though I don't think it wouldn't bother me, like I did have a full on conversation with somebody at the bar. I don't care. I'm there. I don't care. Like people tend to get friendly. I'm a friendly person when I'm out. Just conversate. But I'm not trying to hook up with you.
Yeah, I've seen where she had bought and just conversation like from that
Just regular
perspective.
conversation.
I'm
Yeah,
just saying to somebody coming and grabbing you and then up there.
I haven't it.
That's what I'm talking about. How you think I'm being? How you think you feel? You talking about Beyonce coming and she performing and really doing her thing?
That
And,
wouldn't bother me because I know it's just a performance
okay.
and she's just putting on a show.
And
She's
then
just
and
making every other dude out there that actually might, I don't know,
she
like her feel like, damn,
she
she's like so lucky.
she performing and she shaking and she riding all on me, performing and singing and
Listen,
all that.
she
Okay.
up there shaking and doing all that on stage anyway. It's just a show. It's
Yep.
just like when y'all go to the, well, I'm not gonna say, I'm just saying when men go to the strip club, right? Hold on. Those women are doing all this. They ain't really trying to get with you. They're just trying to make you throw your dollars at them.
I concur.
20. That's
that's why I
it.
don't. That's why I don't go to strip clubs.
But that's
go.
all it is. It's not about
That's
getting
why I'm
with
not
you.
a strip club person.
Yeah, it's not
Me
about
either.
getting with you. They're just trying to make their money. That's all it's about.
And if I have been in the past, I let it be known. I know that's their profession,
Right.
and I ain't got no toe. But I ain't.
Yeah, but that's all they're doing. They're really not trying to like hook up after. Just
The bottom line is you kind of have to know who you with. Now I can understand if you're on a
Right.
first date. If you're on a first date, you don't really know this person, and they do this. All right, I'm gonna give this a pass. But once you've been with a person for a while, you kind of know what kind of makes them tick. You kind of know what you can get away with. You know what I mean. You should know how your mate moves around when they
Right.
out. You
Right.
know what I mean. So I think that's kind of what it all boils down to. And if you see something that is making you feel a certain way, you got to speak up about the shit. At the end of the day,
because some people do have a flirty personality. That's just their personality.
So here I am with you. You wore a dress deal like you do. It meant for you to wear it, and you sitting there taking your panties and throwing them out on stage like you see good concerts.
Concert
That
you been?
ain't
What concert
nothing.
you been to? Because I ain't
No,
never
that's-
thrown my panties at nobody.
I don't know where you been.
they throwing. I thought they was throwing bras, not panties. They
Man,
they
see,
throwing
man.
panties.
Yeah, they
At
throw
what concert?
bras, panties,
I missed those
that
concerts.
damn shoe, anything.
Really?
Get his attention.
I missed that.
Okay, all right.
I don't look. I know
Alright.
about some bras, but not.
Okay, okay.
But I'm pretty sure they do, Bird.
Who got their bras thrown? What concert you went to, Gary? And they were
Say you
throwing
don't
bras?
you trying to sit up here and tell me you don't see women throwing bras on stage?
I have personally not been to a concert where they were throwing bras and panties.
All right.
Now, I ain't never seen no panties, but I've
Alright,
definitely
guys,
seen
go-
I've
bras.
never seen
Google it.
bras.
Yeah, just
I'm
Google
have to
it.
Google
Go
it.
on
Oh, do
YouTube,
Google
Shay.
it.
Come on,
That's
Shay.
Listen, I just went to a great concert last Friday. If
Who was
nobody, it was Tony. If you missed it, y'all slept. That was.
Who'd you tell about it?
Why I gotta tell y'all? Y'all
We may have not known he
keep
was in
the know.
town.
Well, everybody else knew because it was a sold out concert.
Who was
Was
everybody?
everybody there?
It was sold out.
Raphael Sadiq there?
Raphael Sadiq
Okay.
was in the house. It was one of the best concerts I've been to. Nobody threw their bras or panties on stage. There were some women
Because
that
Tony don't get that.
Yeah.
They don't get that vibe off.
Hey, you talking about days going by, guys like Teddy Pennycroft, them saying Barry White and them girls take them things out and slang them up there.
That was some old school.
Well, I ain't old school chick, young school too. I mean, you know.
So why was the concert so good?
It was just good. It took you back to the 90s.
You went with Clarence?
wow, I did.
That's
And then
Clarence. That's Clarence type of music.
no,
I don't even
no.
like. I don't even like Tony.
Are you serious? Okay,
The only song I can name is "It Never Rains" in Southern
I was
California.
just saying
So-
that. G.
That's the only song I know.
so listen.
Name 5
and
Tony
then-
Tony songs.
Don't put
Go
me on
ahead,
the
go
spot
ahead.
right now because I can't do it right now.
Exactly. Go
But
ahead.
it was very interesting to find out the songs that he has written for people that you would have never known he wrote.
Yeah, that's what he writes.
Yeah, and he said people don't read anymore. People need to get back to reading. It just took you back to the 90s. Like
What does reading have to do with the concert? I'm lost. You lost
because
me
it-
with that.
well, because
T
you-
Streamer, what's up, bro?
it
Salute.
meaning you would know what songs wrote. Like back in the day, you had your albums or your CDs.
Wasn't
You-
nobody checking to
read?
see who wrote the songs. Who was really we look at the
I
track list, see who featured. That's it. We not
people
looking.
some people that are into music or
And
into
there,
writing.
there you go. There you go.
Anyway, it was a great concert. Sold out concert. It was just great.
How long have you? Hey, let me ask you this question:
Years.
How many Tony CDs did you buy when CDs were available?
I know CD.
Exactly.
Oh, except for when you was selling them, I would get them from you.
Bootleg man. I'm going back to that.
Yeah.
I'm going back to the bootleg business. But I'm gonna be T streaming. Y'all go get the T streaming. Y'all hit T streaming up if y'all need y'all TVs. If y'all need to have your TV viewing pleasure upgraded, y'all check out T streaming on Facebook. He
Hey.
can get you hooked.
Oh wait,
Up.
he unlocked.
Well, no, he doesn't do unlock. I'm not even sure what that is.
Oh,
Give him a call.
Okay.
Then he can.
The hookup.
Clarence probably won't do that no way. Clarence seem bougie. He like, no. We gonna go straight by the book. Clarence, if you watching, don't take it personal. Bro. Probably not.
He's
but
like,
it's
if
all
I
good.
can't afford it, we don't need it.
Is that what Clarence? Is that his attitude?
Pretty.
Yeah, I knew it. I knew
Can't
it.
afford it, we don't need it. We
Nah.
gonna buy it. We gonna pay for it. You don't need none of that bootleg.
He ain't
He doesn't-
ordering.
He doesn't even like my like what is those when you go on the computer to
I
find
don't know.
movies? Those sites. You know
Oh.
those one sites like movie. You can watch movies that are in the theater.
That
Oh.
is. I heard about those.
Yeah.
But he's like, he not even doing that.
He hates those. Know how they get the buffering?
Yeah, it's like, yeah, you wanna enjoy your movie. It's like, like if it's fight night, I'm always gonna, do the direct TV. I don't want that buffering. You know what I
Right.
mean?
That's what
Look,
they
T Streamer
do.
gonna name five Tony songs. Yeah, because you at home, you Googled it. He said anniversary, Little Walter. Feels good.
Feels good,
I ain't
yeah.
about to sing. It Never Rains, California, Get Down. Okay, all right. Once you say that,
As of you.
Did he go? to
why
the
did I
concert?
forget anniversary?
No, as of you.
And that was your song. That was you do realize that was your very first anniversary
It's
song.
my yeah.
I
I'm
remember
tripping.
that.
I'm tripping.
I
My
know
bad.
that.
My
I
bad.
know that.
But as of you ain't with it, he was single. He's solo with Raphael Sadiq when do as of you. That's the song that with Raphael Sadiq by himself.
But those are definitely some hits. The ones that T Streamer just put up. Anniversary, Lil Walter. This is so.
They don't make music like they used to.
They don't. But I hate how where was the concert at?
At the Pearl inside the Palm.
Okay, all right.
That was a
Has
great
the
venue.
Palm rebounded? Was a lot of people at the Palms?
Oh yeah,
Really?
the Palms is always crowded. Always.
T Streamer, we got to get you in studio, man. Not next week. We will be off next week, by the way.
But we get vacation.
We on vacation. This is episode 14,
So
by
Reg,
the way.
Reg, you don't have to call in next week.
Yeah, Reg, you don't have to call in next
Raw.
week.
Yeah.
T Streamer said that videos was banging. Tony. And sometimes you have to check out those concerts where you don't really, specific artists that you kind of so into. They be putting on good shows. Sometimes you'd be surprised when you come
Well,
to some of those.
And there was no phones. You had to lock your phones up.
Really?
Yeah.
You
so,
couldn't hide it like in your shoe or something?
Thought about it. It was gonna walk through, and if I beep, play dumb.
Oh, so they had like a metal detector.
They did. So you put your phones in these pouches because they didn't want you recording anything,
Uh-huh.
which sucked. But at the same time, because you didn't have your phone out and you weren't recording, you got watch all
The
the show.
show.
You didn't get
You wasn't doing
sidetracked.
selfie.
Right. Exactly. 'cause
Look
all
at
of that-
me.
Exactly. Would miss certain songs and stuff because you busy trying to go live and all that.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
So what did they do with your guys' phones? Where do they go? Where do they put them at?
They just gave you a pouch and put it in there and they locked it and they gave you but you had your phone the whole time. You just had no access to it. Locked up.
You couldn't tear that pouch open?
Mm.
And I would have had a razor blade and cut that damn pouch open.
A metal detector.
You can get a razor blade. You can get a razor blade in. You can get a razor blade. But look, we're gonna jump into this next one, man. We like I say, man, because I gotta finish these shirts by 8. She coming at 8. We want to talk about these kids. Well, Shay, I want to, because I was having a conversation earlier this week or last week. I don't know. I thought about you. I like, damn, Shay kind of, because somebody told me, well, I can't put my daughter out. I can't put my son out. Well, some people feel like this. I can't put my kids out because I'll be putting the baby out. That's what this person told me. And I get that. And I thought about you. I like, shit.
I go
Pops put Shay ass out.
With the babies.
So Shay,
Yes.
Let's talk about that real quick. Because, I mean, I don't know how deep you want to go with it. Because you had your first child. I mean, let's talk about it, Shay. Talk about your early parenting experience and what you had to go through. And then we gonna dive off into this enabling kids or not. Go ahead.
So I will say it's a totally different time than when I had my first child, which I had when I was 16. When I was with my mom. Then I turned around and got pregnant again.
How long after?
Oh my God, those boys wasn't even a year. Because they're like 13.
Hot mama.
Anyway.
I figured that, like old folks say, I just couldn't put my hands on my finger.
No, I was not. I was very quiet. Very quiet. He knows. Tell him I was quiet. But
Some of the
anyway.
most dangerous ones. Go ahead. Quiet men and quiet.
But anyway, the second time, my mom was like, nope.
When did you tell her? How far along was you? Did you wait like
No.
to the third trimester or something?
No.
Whatever it is?
Because honestly, I didn't want to be pregnant. Like, I just had a baby. And I hate, like, looking back, just my thought process was, I'm not gonna, there's no way I can love this child because I was so in love with my first child, Not only that, I was too young. I knew I didn't need another child. Yeah, how my mom found out. But anyway, I did try terminate the pregnancy. Go that way.
Praise God.
Everything happens for.
Man,
Yeah.
I didn't even know that.
I did try, and it's crazy because I went to Planned Parenthood on Charleston, and they showed you the whole video. For them telling me I was farther along, too far along. But then later I found out I really wasn't far along. Looking back, I kind of felt like they did that on. I love that.
That's
I mean, I love him. I love all my kids. But anyway, so the second one, mom was just like, gotta go.
You gotta go. And it was like immediately you couldn't even you wasn't even trying to plead your case like, Mom, where am I gonna go? Like,
no, because you know what? Remember I got that apartment. I had an apartment.
Okay.
And I had the 2 kids. And then it's just so crazy looking back how dumb I was. But I lost that apartment and then I went and stayed with Dad for a while. Got put out of there. Girlfriend's house.
And so let's stop right there. So Pops put you out. Why? What?
Yeah.
I mean, what was you coming in late? What was you doing?
Go anywhere, child. If my memory is correct, I remember at the time I was a van. I think he came by the house to bring diapers, but I think Daddy really thought I was just having him come over to hang out. That was a wrap for him. Left. And I just remember I was like couch to couch.
And so that's where I want to kind of jump in at right there. So Pops didn't have a problem, putting you out. Like, hey, he didn't really he didn't really show any concern about where you were going. Like, hey, you and the
No,
kids got to go.
neither one of my parents.
And like,
Neither one.
why
Isn't
do
that
you? I mean,
crazy?
did you? I mean, have you ever like thought
Oh,
about like did you have any resentment because of that? How did that make you feel like at first and then later in life? How did you kind of get
I
over it?
don't. You know what? I don't. I had a reason, but I do remember um our friend Eric Kenzie. I remember him telling me like parents don't do that. Like hey, that's not you know. At the time I don't think I had a resentment, but I do feel like because of all that, I ended up enabling my children because I always felt like I would never ever my children like my parents. But now I look back, I feel like it's a good thing because it made me stronger, a stronger parent. I was able to you know, to get by. I had
Mhm.
no choice but to, raise these kids the best I could, feed them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you had to survive, right?
Yeah,
Because you say you were couch to couch.
right. Until I got my own place.
Mm.
But
Right?
everybody
Hey,
did
I was
this.
homeless too. Shit, I had to like jump in. Is that when you
When
that's
I
not
lived,
when you on Lynn Lane? No, nuh-uh.
no, that was when I
Nah,
stayed with Daddy.
no.
No, we stayed over there
You
off
said
of
I moved in, but there was that
Lake
was on
Mead.
Lynn Lane,
No,
right?
that was on. No, that's
I'm
not.
talking about Lynn Lane. I'm tripping.
Yeah, Lake
Wait, I'm
Mead.
I'm tripping.
Lake
That's
Mead.
El Dorado,
Yeah,
Lil
yeah,
Lane.
Yeah,
that's old Pop's condo. I'm tripping.
yeah. No, that was off Lake Mead. But
Oh,
I'm actually thankful that they did do that because I feel like it made me realize you can't depend on yourself.
so so you think it kind of made you stronger as a parent? You know what I
Yes,
mean?
it did make me stronger because you do what you got to do. You know.
Right,
Um,
right.
but at the same time, I ended up crippling my children because of it.
Let's talk about it. How
Because
did, and then we gonna jump to you, Bert, because I mean this is when I want to get to the part is like, are we today? Are parents crippling their children by enabling, by always being that shoulder? Like when is the point that we is there a point that we cut them off and like, nope, you got to figure this out on your own? Go ahead.
and that was when I figured out. My mama was like, "You had him, you raise him."
So how did you kind of? Why did
Um,
you think it affect you in raising your kids? What did you do?
because I just remember as like the kids got older, like I'm still making, well, not now, but I was still making like doctor's appointments. Like I had a child that was already gone in the military that was calling me, asking me how to do certain things. My daughter, like she's 26 now, but she's just now getting herself together to where she's making those decisions without calling me, asking me how to do this, how to do that.
So
Like
you were kind of doing everything for them.
everything, doctor's appointments, just anything that I felt was like common sense. Um, how do you do this or that? Um, but even now, I wouldn't put my kids. They're grown. I still wouldn't put them out. I mean, I still go out of my way. They need something, they call me, and they know they got it.
Bird, chime in on what we talking about, bro. What you think about
Well,
what you've heard so far?
well, I thought, which I think what they did out of line because of the kids. Hey, let me ask you, did you have means of transportation?
The cat bus.
Oh,
We
good.
rode,
You
we
strong
rode,
woman. You
we
strong.
rode the
Pat,
bus
pat,
back
pat
then.
yourself on the shoulder, cause
And
that's
back then, we remember you had to take the bus
yeah.
all the way downtown,
So you
get
carry them
that
babies,
transfer. Yeah,
and but with that scenario, I disagree with that way the parents did. But I mean, we got to realize the days of the Medios is gone. Parents nowadays are watered down. Facts. Kids run the household, even if they do got their dad in there. So you cripple them. I tell my wife all the time. I say, well, even if his my son don't got better now because he got his own spot and he got his baby. He was just telling me today, Dad, I ain't going back up. Man, oh man, I've been there long enough. So he got good intuition. He'll learn. But hey, my daughter, like I said, it ain't that. It's a worldwide epidemic in the black community. The kids still be in their late 20s, and in their 30s, and they still living. Don't get the picture. And they don't learn about life skills. A lot of these young kids don't know what if your mom and dad get out of here. You know how to go and pay mortgage on here? You know how to go pay the power bill? Excuse me, it's way deeper than what parents, especially women. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. And that's what kids do. Kids attack on where they get cushion with. And they use it to their advantage. But in the meantime, in the between time, clock steady ticking. No and older, like with all of us. So therefore, if you ain't put no principles and no morals, we ain't no monster.
Right.
Is that always the case though? I mean, is that always the case? Because I don't like you said, I don't believe in just throwing the kids out there to the wolves because it could go bad.
I concur.
Shay's outcome turned out good, but it could
That's
go
right.
bad. Some young girls could, you know, um, get into prostitution, could get into drugs. You know what I mean? There's a lot of things that can go array when it comes to a situation like that.
I
But
concur.
I also believe you do have to. I mean, you can. There's no problem with them with you letting them stand up under your roof, but that you have to set boundaries. You have to say no. I'm not. No, that's your responsibility to do this. Especially, what do y'all think about like like you say when the daughter or the son has a child, they want to go out and kick it and lead a kid with you, leave you as the babysitter, and then just be gone. Shady, that is that something that you probably wasn't really going out, and you couldn't even do that, huh?
No, my mama said you had him, you raise him.
She stood by
That
that. She
she
kind of stood by
stood
that.
by that. Had him, raise him. That's one thing I can say. Um, uh, and I feel like it's a different. Like even looking back to then, when I got my first car, it was a broke down bucket. You don't see kids driving buckets no more.
Shady,
They
ooh,
got these
that's a
nice
good point.
cars,
And
like nice cars. I'm like
right.
nicer than what I'm driving now.
And right, you see, I had buckets, and the reason I believe you start your kids off with buckets because I think it teaches them to appreciate that car. Get up under there and pop that hood and check
Yeah,
that oil. That's just my belief. You know what I'm saying? I don't believe in buying them a new car off the jump.
I'm like I go to the schools. Like when I would
Right,
go to
right.
school, these like have a Mercedes. Matter of fact, up there where I live, you have that In and Out, which is I'm thinking most of those kids go to Gorman up there.
Yeah, that's a different.
Nice. I'm like,
Well, Shay, that's
ooh,
just a different
trucks and
pay
cars.
scale up there. T
Ooh,
Streamer said, "What about the ones with the smart mouths?" And you end up catching a
Mm.
case.
can't catch a case anymore because now you go to jail.
That's what he's saying. You gonna catch a case. That's what he's saying.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well,
Well, gee, that go back. I was just saying in the last statement in closing, like my grandmama say, with that bad mouth, that was created as he or she was growing. That's why she said you creating a monster. And now when they go to get of age, that's what they do. They rebel against you. Then, like Shake say, we live in a different era because all other kids doing the same thing. Look at it. The blind lead the blind. Pay attention. One more thing I want to shine on, G. Now, I don't mean to veer off.
Nah, go ahead. Do your thing.
Just like you speak about these boys 13 and 17 don't stump that boy to death. Now
Uh-huh.
you on your way to the penitentiary. We might not ever see y'all again.
makes
Right.
no sense.
See what I'm
at
saying? But
all.
once again, the structure, you created that monster. You stumped that boy behind some, a vap pipe and this, that. And I know a lot of folks may not get it because a lot of parents is uncomfortable when you speak about their child. But you see one that comes before the destruction. So when you see that, what you stumping that boy for what? 12. No, I'm lying, 10. They got 8, there's 2 more they laying dead to get. All this going back in the same conversation you're talking about with these kids that you allow them to hang out all night, sleep all day. Hang out all night,
Jordans,
sleep
Polo.
Jordan, Polo, you put on them. The main thing, playing that game all day. That's why I say it's just a whole different area. Everybody doing the same thing. With the kids, I'm saying, per se.
Now, Shay, did you do that? Did you try to keep your kids with the finest, with the
So
finest
We
gear?
all do.
so no, but check this out. So
did.
when Bird said that, I thought of Derek. Like he's always both boys were always up on whatever was in back then, like the Sean John Rockaware. But Eric was always really into like his shoes and clothes. And I remember, I remember like in high school. At this point, taller than me, long armed, and he got in trouble for something. And so I put all his Jordans in the bag and threw them in the truck in the car. He refused to go to school. I still, and I remember trying to just beat him, get him, and I couldn't get to him because his arms were just like so long. But moving forward, he has a son, Jaden. I wasn't allowed to buy Jaden any. And I asked him one time, I go, well, you had every Jordan there was. How come Jay cannot have Jordan? He said, because I didn't appreciate it. He's not going to appreciate it. He said, Mom, you could get 2 pair of Vans for what a pair of Jordans cost. And I was just like, wow, I'm glad he finally got it, realized it. But he said, he goes, I didn't appreciate it. And I don't want him to think, that that's what it's all
Yeah, and
about.
I think I think that like going back to what Bird said, because I really think that creates a monster when you just. I'm not sure where that comes from. I'm not sure if because we want our kids to have more than us. I'm guessing that that's
think
maybe where it
it
comes
is.
from. So we splurge. All right, let me go get you this, get you that, get you that.
It
But
is.
you kind of, like Bird said, you kind of create that monster. You kind of have them start to think with that materialistic mentality. And that could go left as they, kind of get older. That's something we never did with G. I think G had one pair of Jordans. I bought him like one pair of Jordans, like $200. That was it.
But he didn't ask for it, right?
No, he didn't. No, he didn't. He
But
didn't even ask for it.
I think what it has to do too is the friends that they hang around with. So if their friends aren't wearing all this, they're not thinking about it. But yet, if they have friends that are wearing Jordans, I feel like they need to dress like their friends.
Fit in.
Yeah, fit in. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's a different era now. So I'm gonna go in deeper. See, from a business perspective, that's the difference between white folks, no pun intended, not being biased or nothing, and black folks. See, where they teach their kids where they into RIAs and all that little stuff like that, their IRA, all that stuff like that, where when the kids come out the womb, they wear a little bit of Jordan. Then they got polo on, then they got this. So you put them into slavery to the point now that you ain't getting there a dime. That's the whole point when you use that word. And you prefer to be able to go to Dillard's or Aces or whatever the case might be to be able to get that polo, Jordans, all that high end stuff. So now to the point that's all they want. But they've been acclimated to all their days. They don't want you to become they don't change up the structure for the dressing. Yeah, a lot of them wearing bands and a lot of them brought Converse back on the scene. But the buck of them kids want J's. And they'll fall out with their mama or their parents if you don't get them J's. Pay attention. So they've been acclimated to that style. That would make them go.
But I do agree is like we try to give kids the things that we didn't have. So we're trying
I concur.
Or you're too busy working all the time. Trying to,
Right.
buy them up.
Name brand, which don't make you, don't break you. They're all the same thing. You put one leg in, the other leg in, wherever it is. If it come from Walmart. But we've been so acclimated to True Religion, a Levi, Polo, all the name brand stuff that costs, Jordans.
Thinking about this, Champion. Don't you guys remember Kmart was?
Yeah, well, I don't remember necessarily Kmart.
I could have sworn it was Kmart.
I'm not sure, but that's just kind of.
Sure.
I think they did like a little piece on that, like how Champion became back popular. I forgot how.
Who wore it? Somebody had to have worn
yeah,
it.
I forgot what it was, but they talked about. It's trends. Everything goes out of style, comes back. But you know what I mean?
Like FUBU's back, or is it, no, not FUBU. Fila. Because Fila went out, and now Fila's back, right?
And deep, and then engage the woman in panel. I'm gonna go a little deeper, more biblical with it. That's in the book of Ecclesiastes. There's nothing new under the sun. There's nothing new. So you saying at one time we're wearing this and it faded out, but it's right back in. At one time you saying it faded out with the gold, but now what all you see? Oh,
it's back.
So
It's
it's
got,
back. So there's nothing new under the sun.
and now it's more expensive than what it was.
What's new has already been done. So like Jesus said, like the dog gave the dog, ain't nothing new.
Well, I like you say, man. It's I mean, everybody had everybody has their different parenting skills. And look, this is something I thought about, right? Because like parenting is it's not something everybody think everybody's a good parent, but after like the third, fourth child, you should be good at it by now, right? You know what I mean? It's like
Not
you have your
necessarily.
first, you should be. I'm saying
Mhm.
because you have experience now. All right, I messed up with this first child. I didn't do this. With this second, third child, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna try to go down this route.
I
You know
feel
what I
like
mean? That to me that kind of makes sense.
yeah, but then I feel like for me, a lot of stuff didn't kick in until later. I got older. I look back as far as how I was raised, you know, and it's
Mhm.
like stuff here,
What,
you
what,
know, things I didn't understand. Now I get it, and I wish I could go back way more strict, like my parents were. Like,
but that's the thing. No, I'm talking to Shay. But gee, it's kind of hard what you said. If you do got 3 to 4 kids, one of the older ones, and as they say, gee, they go on, especially when they're older, on what they see. You got it where he getting Jordans, he getting the Air Max, he wearing Trues, he wearing Polo. What you think the trickle down effect? They want the same thing. See, so it's hard to be, like I said, first and foremost, guys, it's like train up a child in the way they should go. But if once again, if you don't create that structure, on this side could be, like I say, it take a part of it, well, actually take a village, raise these kids. But the point I'm making, once you've been created that monster off that first one, oh man, come on.
yeah, some of these kids just have a mind of their own. Parents, their best, and
It's just hard people. It ain't bad parenting. Like I say, just the way of the world. And a lot of it's the
It's
blind leading the blind.
it's definitely a rougher time. I'm always careful of pointing anytime I see like a kid doing something crazy or like what the hell are they doing. I always go back to and think about what the hell I was doing. So I'm very I catch myself before say what the hell you doing. I mean not blaming like ooh I would never do that. And I'm like ooh damn I was doing the same shit
but do
doing
you
something
blame the
worse.
parent sometimes?
Well,
Do
I
you?
can't. Well, not really, because I don't know what that. I'm not sure what that parent is at home doing. You know what I'm saying? Because some parents are out there that they're really trying.
Right.
It's just that it's just the outside influence is sometimes a lot stronger
A
than
lot
than under
stronger.
that roof. It's a lot stronger.
A lot
See,
stronger.
I agree.
So I don't always just automatically I'm blaming the parents. You know what I'm saying? Some parents, single parents, they don't have the help. You know what I'm saying? They don't have the resources. That they doing everything. I mean,
So
that's
like,
what that's really why I ended up in Vegas. Is I was the youngest, and see that's what made me kind of think about it. My mom had 6 boys. I was the youngest, and she's like, "All right, this one messing up, this one messing up, this is my last one. Let me try to do what I can try to do to try to steer him on the right path. You taking your ass to Vegas, stay with your dad." That's the only reason I ended up out here is because this is the last one. You got one more chance, Gary. If you don't get it together, you going to Vegas. Messed up again, I'm in Vegas. You know what I mean? So some parents they are trying,
right.
so I don't always necessarily blame the parents.
Well, so like, you know, Junior will always he parents. So he believes that if your child or if a child does something just horrible, automatically blame the parents. You find the parents is fault,
Well,
and
one
I
thing,
disagree with that.
and you're right. And here's the thing, chime in on shade. The structure you give it out, see, it'll supersede if you don't nick it in the butt. What I mean is, what Gates got going on with this Quez them, Miracle them is something different. But let them go to getting out there and hanging out there at these public schools because once again, even this public school structure is way different than we was coming up. Things they allow them kids to do and wear and say is a whole different structure. So that could override and can lead a child, your child, or my child in another direction. And especially when you go to seeing the behavior. If you don't check that, well, that's where where the word come back in, you're creating a monster. Because he or she gonna get older each and every day. And it started so bad now, it started in kindergarten.
I've been hearing some stuff going on at these schools. It's just like, what? Drugs, the sex.
That's right.
It's like, what?
Jada, the year
it's
Jada
crazy.
graduated, I
It's crazy.
remember a girl got expelled for giving a boy, fellatio.
Blowjobs,
Yeah,
all that.
between some lockers. Thinking like I don't get it. Like, why?
Different time.
Different. I'm like, who does that? And
Time.
how do you feel that's okay?
Generation, like I said,
That's crazy.
the way it is now, everything negative is positive. Everything positive.
And with that, man, I gotta get some stuff done, man. I really do. I would love to stay on here for another hour, but looking at this clock, and I gotta get some stuff done before 8 o'clock. And I'm hungry. It's only gonna take me about 10 minutes to do it, but I'm hungry. Fish is calling me.
So the next
podcast
is gonna be a good podcast because you have a lot to tell us.
Oh yeah, definitely. We gonna talk about
You'll be in
a bunch
December,
of different.
won't
Yeah, we won't. No, will we? We
No.
may. Let's see. Let's check out the.
Oh no, we'll be with the 29th.
Let me check out the next. Yeah, it'll be the 29th. We'll return on the 29th. We're gonna take the Thanksgiving week off. We should have been really, Thanksgiving next week. We needed that week off anyway.
I need all holidays off.
Exactly. Bird, you got any big plans for Thanksgiving before we get out of here?
Yes, the family. We all going up to Oregon.
Oh, okay.
We leave out by God's grace on Tuesday, and flying out, and the other family members are flying out. So we want back by God's grace to that Sunday. So yes, why I knew about the 29th because I calendar.
All right.
That's basically it. Like I said, with them women up there, what it's going, yeah, they're gonna be in the kitchen. They're gonna be in the kitchen. Yeah, some good dressing, cranberry.
Sweet potato pie.
It might make it. She'll start cooking on Tuesday. Laughing because it's so vital and very important because he's always say, boy, I guess. And that's why I picked it up from. She goes in 2002. Girlfriend, true story. Boy, I guess I go downtown to get my pies. Days gone by. Start making my food. She early in the morning and over in the night. Looking for Thanksgiving. But they don't come around like that no more because some folks going home.
Make them like they used to. Shay, you got any plans for next week? Any?
Yep, I'm going out to eat.
Y'all doing like the Christmas story? Y'all going to the Japanese restaurant?
No, we're not doing it. It's a steakhouse.
Steakhouse? What steakhouse y'all going to? Y'all be balling. They moved up there in Summerlin and
We're
it's
going
think
to
they.
Vintner's Grill.
Where is it at?
Vintner's Grill, right up on Charleston.
I think the average price for a plate is probably $60. Nothing less than 60, I guarantee you.
What?
Maybe.
See, I told you.
Oh, Shay, listen. All steak, right? Well, out of all, you might not want to sign up for this. It's in the D. Abadulo, something like that. We went years ago for our anniversary. Man, my Lord, boy, those steaks melt in your mouth. But
Really?
now here go. Let me.
Here's the kicker.
Here's the kicker.
You got the kicker?
And that thing there, man, 110, 120.
Just for the steak? No sides?
And then most of them don't come with what they call it, what they call that?
A la carte. A la carte.
No, yeah. That thing about 115. I ain't lying to you, but boy, I'm trying to give you a real nice steak.
Yeah. So better than Circus Circus.
Circus
Steakhouse.
Circus.
Circus Steakhouse is good.
Really?
Their crab cake.
Yes. I want to say it's Diablo's, but it's in the D.
I'll have to check that out.
It's
I like
in
a good steak.
You ain't going to Detroit.
No,
No,
go,
the
go.
D.
Oh, the D Hotel.
Yes,
I'm thinking you talking about
downtown.
Detroit. I'm
I'm
like,
not going to Detroit for no steak, but downtown, the D.
okay, all right, I'm tripping. I'm thinking you talking about Detroit.
Yeah, yeah, but
Okay,
it's called.
all
But like I
right,
said,
my
yeah,
I'm
bad.
gonna check
but
that
it's
out.
good. But
Check
most,
it out.
but most of them anyway don't give you size with it anyway
Oh no,
nowadays.
it's all a la carte.
Yeah, yeah, right. That's
A
what
la
you're right.
carte.
You're right. You know what
All
you're
right.
talking about. But you talking about the steaks? Oh yeah, that'd be one of the.
I'm gonna have to try it out. I'm gonna have to check that out too, man. I'm gonna have to check that out.
I still have to go to the one you were talking about, Gary.
Have-
Javier's.
Javier's. Go to Javier's. They got a nice steak. It ain't no $100. It's like 80, 70, 75.
Where
80.
they at?
It's in what, the Aria or something. One of those hotels down
Okay.
there on the strip. Just look
Check
up
that out.
Javier's Steakhouse or Javier's Mexican something.
But you ain't got to go get it on. Let's go round. How was your first mind? Y'all already signed up on
Oh
that
no,
one?
yeah.
Oh no, she
I'm
wasn't
going to
switching
Vin-
up.
I'm
She
gonna
switching
switch.
up.
I'm going
And we all going vendors?
Yeah,
Vintners.
you try to be a-
Vintners.
Vintners, girl, you have
Where
to
is it
go.
at?
It's right on Charleston.
Oh, it's up there in Summerlin?
yeah.
Oh, y'all see, they bougie, man.
Child,
We
it-
live in North Las Vegas. We live in the
Dad.
hood. This is the ghetto. This is considered
Shut-
the
no, it's
ghetto
not,
up
shut
here.
up.
Everybody think North Las Vegas is the ghetto. You hear North Las
This
Vegas?
is
Oh,
not
you live in
ghetto.
North Las Vegas? Oh, hell no. We ain't going up there.
Well, good
We
thing
ain't
about
going
the
up there.
shade, what you say at the end of the day, treat yourself. Don't cheat yourself.
Treat yourself, man. We got one of
Exactly.
these to live, man. Hey,
Yes.
be happy. That's all. Be grateful.
Be grateful. And that's where going back to the kids, that's where the kids so ungrateful with no matter how much you do, not all of them, but they be ungrateful about the idea that he got a roof over their head. They ain't enough to go
Right.
to the Canes, they ain't enough to go to McDonald's.
Mhm.
They're getting outfits, but these, like I said, it's just a whole different era.
Whole different area. We gonna get out of here, man. We want to thank everybody for chiming in. We want to
Yes.
thank everybody for checking in. Episode 14. We appreciate the support that we've gotten so far. We're gonna keep on trying to build on this. We're gonna continue to try to get better, like I say every week. I want to thank my co-host. I want to thank my sister Shay. I want to thank my man Bird. I want to Reg couldn't make it. He had some other issues he had to deal with at home, but he will definitely be back. Hopefully on the 29th. Hopefully all you guys out there, if you celebrate, if you don't celebrate, just have a good week next week anyway. Whatever you're doing, have a good week. Be
Have a happy
safe,
Thanksgiving.
and we will holla at y'all. Hey y'all, go to VegasStyle.Vegas for the latest Vegas style gear. You see that shirt? Let me show you that
Yes,
shirt one more
again,
time. That
the
shit got
bling
it. Hold on.
bling.
Hold on. Let me show you that
No,
shirt one
still
time.
with the shade where you see it.
That's good enough. She right there.
Yeah.
You can see it. You can see that bling. Y'all
That's
can
that
see that
bling.
bling. VegasStyle.Vegas.